morning. I hope everybody's here. Good morning, good morning. I think we're good to go now. There we go. Good morning and welcome to Bonnie and Clyde's Morning Talk. Today's date 6/29/2020 in the year of the home arrest. Yeah, let's call it that. The year of the home arrest. Sounds pretty good to me. I don't know about you guys, but that sounds pretty good. The year of the home arrest. 2020. Anyway, guys, it looks like the market was down and then it was back up. Then it was down. Now it's back up again. The market is jumping all over the place. I don't know if it's happy about the virus, sad about the virus. Who knows? I think they're jumping on the bandwagon. I think some of the virus drug companies have come out with some new things that's going to cost somewhere in the neighborhood of $2,500 per patient. So they are ready to jump on board on that one. Like, show me the money. So the drug makers will be all happy. They'll get them some money. The government will pay for them. So that's more money in the drug company's pockets. So the 2% gang will get that much richer. Bill Gates just struck oil in your veins. But who knows? Anyway, the market's going up and down, up and down. Just like Bonnie and Clyde's portfolio, it was down, up, down. Here we go. We're back in the green again. We're up a whole 0.03%. We'll probably be down 30% here in a little while, and then we'll be back to 0.01% by the end of the day. I wouldn't doubt it. Cause I don't have anything to do with the drug companies in my portfolio. So, but that's what I was saying. I was looking to make some scores, but it looks like I may have waited just a little too long. That's all right. No problem. And that's about all I got to say about the market this morning, guys. It's as crazy as ever, but there's plenty of money to be made. Don't get it wrong. Plenty of money to be made in the market. Let's jump over here to Twitter and check out the coin of the day. NGC's coin of the day today is an 1986 10 francs essay from the Lavere collection, and it's a coin that's paying tribute to John Baptiste Nicholas Robert Schumann. Pretty short name there. They just called him JB. The French statesman is regarded as a founding father of the European Union. So, if that helps you out anything, that's why I don't really care too much for these foreign coins. I'd rather stay right here in the good old US of A. But then when it comes to doing that, the next article that we'll be talking about here in a minute, you'll see what I'm talking about. And what else do we got in the big Twitter sphere? Twitsobania, Twitterverse. I don't really see anything else in here, guys, on Twitter. There's a lot of things that I could talk about, but most of them has to relate to this bug that's running around. It's hard to say too much about what it is, because as soon as you say something about somebody takes offense to it, then if you're better off not even saying anything about it. Try to do the best you can to stay away from the crazies. They follow the mainstream news and they look at you like you're the one that's crazy. So you just gotta let them learn on their own. But they won't. They'll just move on to something else. Anyway, scratch my hand up. Bonnie had me working this morning, gathering stuff up out of the building. So I done got damaged this morning. Good morning, everybody in the chat. Tax dollars. I know that's right. Plenty of tax dollars work. Hey, y'all pretty people. And see safety rules. Safety, safety, safety. Yeah, I know. That's what they all holler. We're doing it to be safe. Be safe. They try to shame you into, don't you care about people? Don't you? They try to play those mind games on you. Don't you want to see people get better? Don't you? It's a mess. But I'm not going to get into a rant about that too much. That's a whole nother topic. Let's get back to the coins. So nothing else in the Twitter's verse. Let's get out of that. Let's move on to an article that I ran across that everybody needs to be aware of. NGC did us a favor and printed up a nice little article. And the name of the article is Counterfeit Detection 2000p American Silver Eagle. And it was sent in for grading by somebody. And then they come to find out that it was actually a fake. So, man, guys, anytime you buy anything, make for sure and for certain that that thing is real. Make sure you can return it if you find out that it isn't real. Something. And the bad thing about it is the thing weighed different. It wasn't the right size. It had a different look to it. And somebody believed that they actually had a legit coin and sent it in for grading just to find out it was fake. Man, that's sad though. And it can happen to anybody. It happened to me before when I started collecting. I got took myself. So that just goes to show, I mean, anybody can fall prey to it, guys. Just be careful. There's still counterfeits running around out there. Anytime there's some money to be made off of something, people's going to figure out a way to try to scam somebody in some way or another. That is for The article is NGC, and it says the majority of silver eagles are bullion issues released in tubes. However, the United States Mint also sells proof versions directly to collectors. And then, because of the special way in which these coins are produced and handled, they usually sell for a premium. In 2000, the Philadelphia Mint struck 600,000 proof silver eagles in what was the last year before production of such pieces moved to the West Point facility. And then they talk about the different grades of them and stuff like that. And then a purported 2,000 proof silver eagle was submitted to NGC for certification. Unfortunately for the collector who sent this peculiar looking piece, it is not genuine. While the counterfeit might fool a novice or someone simply who is not looking closely, a careful inspection reveals just how much the coin is a caricature of a real specimen. And then, like I say, the details are fuzzy, and the crosshatch pattern on the flag is completely missing, and many of the other details on the Liberty's body. And then, like I say, as we go further down into the article, it was actually weighed. The weight was off, and the diameter was off. And then come to find out, they X-rayed it with the fluorescent technology, and it come back to be 83% copper, 12% zinc, 3% nickel, and only 1% silver in the whole coin. So man, they at least could have sold him a silver coin, a silver fake coin, but they sold him a copper fake coin and got him out of all the silver value too. Man, that sucks. But like I say, it can happen to anybody. Just be careful, guys. Watch what you're buying. Try to stick with the people that you know and you trust. That's the main thing. Hey, Jimmy, good morning. I finally made a morning stream, he said. And I'm glad to see you made it, friend. Good to see you in the chat this morning. Thanks for stopping by. Anyway, be careful, guys, what you buy, for sure. Make sure and for certain that you at least can get your money back if it's a fake or something like that. Yeah, that is awful. Alright, let's go over and check and see how the weather is today, guys. Let's see what the day is going to hold in store for us. What is the temperatures around your neighborhood? And are you in the area where you're going to get snow? Say it's not so. Are you kidding me? Snow in July? I am not kidding, guys. There is definitely a chance of snow out in Idaho, Washington, Oregon, Montana, and Nevada areas. And they've got freeze warnings out there on the West Coast. Unbelievable. Let's see where the hot spots are this morning. And it looks like what I see right now is Florida chiming in at 89 degrees already. And that's just what I'm seeing. So different parts of it, it probably could already be in the 90s in Florida. And that looks to be the hot spot for the day. And right now, the cold spot for the day looks to be out in Nevada. In the northern part of Nevada, it looks like it is 43 degrees right now. That is crazy. All right. The East Coast, it looks like it's between the high 80s in Florida to the mid 60s in Maine. So that's a 80s, 70s, and the high 60s on the East Coast. The middle of the country on the east side of the Mississippi River looks like it's going to be in the 80s all the way up and down the Mississippi River. This is right now in the 80s. And then when you cross the Mississippi River, right now, parts of Texas are 86 degrees. And then 70 to 80 degrees all the way up through Nebraska into the Dakotas where it starts to cool down. Then we get to the mountain time zone, and that's where it all starts going sideways. Yes, sir. It looks like all the way from Montana and Idaho all the way down into Utah and parts of Colorado. They have temperatures all the way down into the mid 40s. And then on the west coast, it looks like California is nice and cool in the 60s. And then we head up to the west coast, and Washington, Oregon is in the 40s. Now let's talk about these cold temperatures out there. There is a chance that they're going to get snow in Idaho. Like I said, that is some crazy temperatures out there, guys, but that's global warming for you. Yeah, they got freeze warnings in Nevada. Northern parts of California is in the high 40s. Oregon, Washington State in the mid 50s. And this is right now temperatures too. 46 degrees in parts of Idaho, 45 degrees in parts of Wyoming. Unreal. And it's going to get worse as time goes on. So I keep saying they're going to find spring one of these days. They may not get spring until winter. Alright, guys, that's about all I'm going to talk about for the weather. Well, let's check and see where the rain's at. The rain looks like it's going to be over in Iowa and parts of Colorado. Looks like some showers in Missouri, Illinois, Tennessee, Kentucky, Arkansas area. Southern parts of Texas may get some, Louisiana. And then up in around the Great Lakes, looks like you're going to get some showers. Could be a chance of showers on the East Coast, around South Carolina, North Carolina. And then everywhere else is just spotty chances. And that's about all I can see for the weather right now, guys. And I'm not even gonna feed into the big cloud, the big dust cloud that's supposed to be here. Also, I'm not even feeding into it. This is the first year they've made a big scene out of it. It's happened plenty of times in the past, and nobody's made a big thing about it. But all of a sudden this year, it's like one more thing they can add on to how bad they've making this year out to be. 2020, the year of the house arrest. Now let's go over and get to a little good article to close out the day, guys. Hope you enjoyed all the sarcasm. And what we have is in Chicago, there was a vendor that sells on the street, that sells stuff on the street to make a living. He was selling popsicles. And it was Father's Day, and he had some popsicles for sale, and a young gentleman came along and took all the popsicles he had on Father's Day. He said, I'll take every one of them, and so you can go ahead and go home and spend Father's Day with your family. So he bought all the popsicles just so that gentleman could go home and spend Father's Day with his family. And so he went and set up a GoFundMe page to help the elderly gentleman, because the thing of the story is this is a 70-year-old man that's out trying to make a living selling as a street vendor, selling popsicles, 70 years old, because he still can't retire or nothing like that. So the young man goes and sets up a GoFundMe to help the gentleman try to retire, and they've already surpassed $62,000 in money to come in to help the elderly gentleman go ahead and retire, so he don't have to sell any more popsicles anymore. So I thought that was an awesome story that I could share with you. And it just goes to show you one more thing that people can do to help other people out. It don't take a whole lot. It's just the kindness and the goodness out of somebody's heart to look out for somebody else. All right, guys. I hope that you enjoyed today's show. Thank you so much for joining us. And let's see, tonight. Yeah, we'll be on tonight, 9 o'clock. So thanks for joining us. We appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed it. Take care, and we'll see you tonight, 9 o'clock. Check out Bonnie and Clyde Coins.com. See you guys later. Good night. Good day.